Hello everybody. I know I haven't done a video in a few weeks. I've been kind of busy lately. We got a lot of snow in the northeast and I've been real busy. Well, my snowplow works very well, I'm happy to tell you. Because I was saying that I had a very mild November and December thus far, and I put the plow on a couple times just to make sure that it worked. Well, it works. And I got to utilize it a lot this week. I don't know if that's good or bad, but that's the fact. Oh, unfortunately, once you get back to a little bit of routine, get to see a little bit of news, guys like me become a little bit more aggravated. Okay, it's no secret I didn't vote for Obama. I said that a year ago when he ran for office. I said that after he won, though, and I have said this all along. I have said it all along that it was a fair election and he won and it's time to give him a chance, and I think I've done that. I don't really like the idea of government-run healthcare. I think that makes it so that government can determine who does and doesn't get healthcare. I don't think that's a good thing. I don't think that kind of intervention is a good idea. The two things that Obama said he would do when he took office, though, is he would end the war in Iraq in 16 months. I'm not sure that I think it should be ended in 16 months. I think it's one of those things that some people disagree as to whether or not it was a good idea to go in there, but we went in there. And that's something you pull out when you're done, not on a certain day. And me not being one of the generals or one of the people working on that project, I don't know when that day is. But I don't think you say in 16 months we'll be out. However, he's been in office for 11 months. Give him a month off, let's say 9 months. At that pace, he should be prepared to be out of Iraq in 7 months. I don't see that happening. That's something he said was going to happen. He also said he'd chip away at the national debt. The national debt has intensified. It has intensified astronomically, and what makes matters worse is Congress is pushing to add, well, their credit limit to another $1.8 trillion. I'm a frugal guy in a lot of ways, but I don't mean spite yourself from living. I mean frugal and you don't spend wastefully, but, you know, treat yourself to dinner. Treat yourself to something nice and new once in a while. I think you have to. I think it's only the healthy way to do it. And I think one of the things that makes our country what it is that you can work for things and you can acquire them, but you shouldn't have to do without. So I'm okay with that. But once your limit is to a certain amount, like your credit card, for example, once your credit card is beyond a certain amount, before you start calling your bank and saying, gee, I'm up to my $20,000 limit and I've got $18,500. Could you up it to $30,000? No. You start paying away before you buy more is how you handle that. You don't increase your credit limit so that you can spend more. So that really bothers me, and that's not so much on Obama. That's really more Congress. But they all come together on this. The executive and the legislative branch need to work together on that if we're ever going to bring our national debt down. And they need to put a ceiling on it, not raise the ceiling. And that's the very thing, the very platform that got that party both congressionally and executively elected a year ago, and they've stepped away on that strategically. Now, I suppose if you confronted them exactly to that point, they'd say something like, well, we didn't realize the problems were as big as they were. Well, it's going to cost a little something to get out of debt, and then we'll start working on it. Like borrowing money to pay, well, the old saying, borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. So that's what I think they're really doing. So I don't think that's exactly productive or exactly how they planned on doing it. And Harry Reid coming out and saying things like, if you're not for the government-sponsored health care, you'd have been pro-slavery 130 years ago. If you have sensitive ears, turn it down. Harry Reid, shut the fuck up, okay? I'm sorry, but that is... How can you liken slavery to not supporting government health care? How can you liken the two?